The Spotify deal is done. They were expecting a second season when they did this. It was all supposed to be like, we're getting multiple seasons of this podcast. Well, no, it's gone. It's done after one season, which was number one. It was number one when they actually debuted, number one overseas at least. And then, of course, that makes sense more than anything. But now, because when that went down, they're like, nah, okay, we're done. But they're hoping to actually shop it around to go someplace else for a second season.
No one's going to do that.
TV shows. Yeah, but who's going to actually do that? They had a $20 million contract with Spotify. It's like Seth Rogen money. That's what it was. And so it's like, or Joe Rogan, Seth Rogen. Seth Rogen is a different guy. Joe Rogan.
I was like, wait,
I would much rather listen to Seth Rogen than Joe Rogan personally.
Yeah, I know, right? Actually. I can't do his laugh. I can't do it. But Spotify is good. They're done with archetypes. Is called archetypes. They're done with archetypes, where she was, exploring labels that held women back. That's what the whole podcast was about. But it's done. And then Spotify's been laying people off. They laid 200 people off recently. And they've been saying their numbers haven't been good, even though they just had like a huge increase of Spotify users, like 15. I think it was like 83 million users they have right now. So I mean, like they have a lot of people involved. So Spotify's doing fine. They're still paying people money. But I just think because of everything that's happened with them, and they said, hey, we're done doing this, but they're still like going to shop this around and try to find a new home for their Spotify podcast. I don't know. To me, just be done. Right, Rachel? Be done. What do you think?
I have no opinion. Like I do not care either way. If she wants to host a show and talk about women's stuff, cool. Let's talk about women's stuff. She's a powerful figure.
That's not what it is.
She can bring light to a lot of issues, and if she's using that platform for good, great.
She's not.
I don't care. I just don't care. Like,
I'm just letting you know she's not doing that, just to be clear.
Yeah, then they can do whatever with their lives. It's not something that I've ever given two shits about. Like, live your life, do your thing.
Yeah, I know. It's
much like Bryan Cranston's retirement. Did we need a press release for this?
Press release
but
about
at
this?
least I like Bryan Cranston. Okay,
right.
At least I care what he's doing.
Nobody.
Sabrina, you would notice if Bryan Cranston took a 6-month vacation.
No, I don't even know that, but at least I like him. Like, I wasn't annoyed when I read. I mean, I was like, well, why are you doing this? But I wasn't like, I will literally jump off a bridge if I have to hear one more thing about you and your nonsense. Like, which is how I feel about her and him. Like, I'm like, it's just too much.
What? Sabrina, are you bummed, Sabrina? You were listening to this, right? You watched or you listened to every episode?
So bummed. I don't know what I'm going to do with my time from now on. No, dude, this is such a fucking bullshit situation. Okay. She was, I like how you're just laughing at me. Like, you're like, I'm going to tear this woman apart for the twat that she is, because she is a twat.
Oh boy. Suckle on that, Sabrina.
Don't say that word. It is so off-putting.
Is suckle or moist worse?
I hate them both. That's an excellent question, Rachel. Thank you for asking. I'm going to go with,
there is a lot of moisture involved in suckling.
Oh, it's true. It's a combo.
It's very true. They go hand in hand.
I hate them equally now. Okay, so let me get down to brass tacks here. Her podcast, which they paid her,
I just saw Lexi's comment.
$1 billion for
it. No. She's the royal family's Leah Michelle, except for she could probably read.
Oh shit!
But I don't think she could sing, so it's kind of even.
Shots fired. Shots fired. Time to drink on that one. Shots fired.
Everybody cheers. We're fucking everything up now.
No, we're not. We're having a good time.
Oh no, I didn't mean in a bad way. I didn't put any Modelo in that. That's intense. Okay, so I'm gonna get to my breakdown. It's gonna be very quick.
Go.
I mean, I've already drug it out for 15 minutes for no reason. She did this podcast on Spotify, which she received a very hefty paycheck. I believe it was $1 million, right? For 13 episodes, I think it is.
20 million. 20 million.
Oh, okay. So 1 million an episode plus another 7 million for good faith, apparently. So she does this thing. Podcast, if you can call it that, and her producers are actually the ones who are doing the podcast. She pre-records her shit, her questions, her bullshit, and then the producers meet with the guests and have them answer her fucking questions.
That's some
and then
bullshit. I didn't know
she
about
does
that.
a post wrap up. Yeah, it is the laziest $20 million anyone ever
an interview
will
based
make.
podcast. At
Lazy
least
cast.
show up for the fucking interview.
No. She has other things to do. She has to pretend she's being discriminated against by the royal family. She has to pretend there's car chases happening. She has to go accept awards that don't exist.
Both can be true. She can both be being discriminated against and be an asshole. Both can be true.
I don't think she's being discriminated. I'm discriminating against her for being an asshole, not for being anything else other than an asshole. And if you are an asshole, you should be discriminated against by anyone and everyone.
But not for your race. You should be discriminated against because you're an asshole.
That's what I said. She's not getting discriminated against because of her race. She's getting discriminated against for being an asshole. And now she's pulling her poor husband into it and making him be discriminated against from his family for being an asshole. In reality, if she would just have I don't honestly, it boggles the mind how she was like living in one of their castles, but it's really a cottage. It's the one bed. And but she was so philanthropic and going around and doing all these great things. And that's what literally you do as a member of the royal family. They were going on like press tours and like helping people. And that also was a passion of his. So this was something they could have bonded on and still bared their titles and done what their leg of their royal tour, whatever it's called, is, would have been amazing. And I think it would have actually helped a shit ton of people around the world. But I really don't think that she is that person. And I think that she really was just I'm not saying she did all those things just to pretend to do them. But at the same time, I feel like if that was her passion and that was his passion, that they would still be doing that. But now it seems like their passion is trying to suckle money out of anything and anyone that will give it to them. That's right. I used it. And so the fact that Spotify saw the writing on the wall, realized what was going on, realized that they were overpaying for something that no one gave a fuck about.
Did Spotify drop them or did they drop Spotify?
They dropped Spotify. I say good for you, Spotify. Congratulations in fucking honor of Pride Month. And you are amazing. And I love you. And I will listen to you every day from now until the rest of my life. Because anyone who is contributing to putting money in their pockets when they're making a mockery out of their family, out of his family, for nothing, for over embellished bullshit. So I'm really happy with Spotify.
Again, both can be true. They can be making a mockery of the royal family, but also the royal family also kind of makes a mockery of themselves. It's a ridiculous establishment.
Yeah, but it's not a ridiculous establishment for people who live in the UK. This is what they know. This is what they do. There's hundreds of thousands of people in the street wearing wedding dresses when they got married. They're the coronation was a production that the entire country took place in, or took part in, rather, and was looking forward to it. We're gonna have these.
And there's
listen, that's their culture. That's not our place to say what they should do with their culture. If you were you guys shouldn't have a democracy and you shouldn't possibly. No, I know you're not, but I'm just saying, I whether you agree or I agree that the monarchy is useful or not is insignificant because it exists and it has existed for fucking ever and a day. And the fact that this is something that someone from America or Canada, wherever the fuck she's from, North Carolina, I don't even know,
California?
felt like she could. No, I don't think she's from California. I know she was shooting in Canada. I think she's from. I mean, maybe I don't know. I honestly don't care.
Yeah.
I would love to not look that up because I don't give a shit, which is something that I never do. I usually like to know all this information, but she is exhausting, and the fact that she
Canoga Park.
I feel like Canoga Park. Ding, 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 Rachel.
Born.
Gay it up, you win a point.
Born in Canoga Park, California.
Yeah, shocking. Of course she's a California fake ass bitch. But the thing
is, if you watch The Secret Life of the American Teenager, that's where that took place. It's a random fact.
In Canoga Park, is she on
Are you really into Secret Life of the American Teenager, Brian?
No, he worked on it.
I worked on it for multiple seasons, so that's the only reason why I will say that.
Multiple seasons.
Well, 3 seasons. So
suckle on that. I'm suckling on the fact that Meghan is a cunt. Can we just go back 2 seconds?
Well, again, we can't talk about her forever.
She can be a cunt, and the royal family.
She makes me so mad. I just don't like that you stick up for her, Rachel.
I'm not sticking up for her. I'm sticking up for just the concept of 2 things that can be true. Because look what the royal family did to Diana. That was fucked.
It was
so
fucked.
Obviously they're not great people either.
No,
The
I think
paparazzi in general, Rachel, was
You're-
fucked up how they do
Yeah.
try to treat the royal family. But that's part of their whole thing, though.
also
The
not
people
okay,
pay for it. You
you're-
know what I mean?
Oh my god.